Hi, kitty cats. It's me. And it's Wendy. And we're here. Because Game of Thrones
is in 1 week.
Yes, it starts next Sunday, and we're filming today on Sunday, although this probably won't go up till Wednesday, but she's really excited, if you can't tell. It's her favorite thing in the whole freaking world is Game of Thrones.
It's true.
Every year she has like a big party at her house for the premiere of the season. And this is the last one. It'll be the last party. Are you gonna have locusts?
No, I'm skipping the locusts this year.
She actually...
I did honeyed locusts last year. I have a Feast of Ice and Fire cookbook, which is actually a really fantastic cookbook. Highly recommend it.
Except for the locusts.
They weren't bad. I overcooked them a little bit. But they're just kind of like nutty popcorn.
Yeah, I've actually...
They're not bad.
Eaten crickets before. They're an interesting thing. Like crickets, grasshoppers, whatever they were. I didn't eat them at that party because I'd already had them before, and I was like, no thanks. I've been there and done that, and I don't really want to do it again. So I'm wearing like Game of Thrones makeup, Wet and Wild collection stuff because I can't afford the Urban Decay one. I don't even think it's, is it out yet? I don't think so, because they're supposed to notify me as though I have the money. I'm pretending that I have the money and asking them to notify me. Maybe I'm wishful thinking.
I'm not wearing makeup, but I am wearing my Tyrion That's What I Do, I Drink and I Know Things shirt today. And I brought a bunch of props. We've already seen my music box.
Which I gave her. Good, get all bright.
And then I have my Christmas ornament. I just found out that, whoops, that it's missing a spike,
probably
which makes
me
sad.
It's probably a cat.
Probably.
KK sat on it.
I also have Melisandre's poison goblet, which I am going to drink this out of. I don't know what it is. It's not Game of Thrones wine, unfortunately.
I've just got like a regular chalice.
We shall chalice it up.
Yeah. Chalice goblet. They're all the same thing. This isn't my other one has a
I drink it like Cersei. I fill that shit up. Sorry. Sorry about my language in advance. I can't handle myself.
I'm not monetized.
Okay. Fantastic.
It shouldn't be a problem. Although I've heard things lately about people like getting their channels shut down over stupid stuff, but I highly doubt they're gonna notice me.
I have some other props with me as well. I have my Daenerys pop figure and my Tyrion pop figure. Wait a minute, one more, and then that's it, and then we can move along. And then I have Bay, otherwise known as Oberyn Martell.
It's our man.
I'm still not over it.
I'll crush his skull in.
I'm still not over it. Okay. That's not even all the stuff I have. That was just like some quick stuff around the house that I could pick up on my way out the door. So, if that gives you any idea of how much I enjoy this show.
And she's read all the books like...
I have 3 times.
Like a billion
and
times.
change, yeah. And I've seen the show. I can't even, I've lost track of how many times I've watched the first season because I'll show it to people. And so I've watched the first season probably a dozen times.
I would have watched it again recently myself because Bianca's like forgotten like half of the show. But
I have a friend who's going back.
I have HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I have a friend who went back and rewatched the first season, and they don't usually rewatch stuff, and they were like, oh my god, I should have done this ages ago. And I was like, I told you, like, there's a lot that goes on. It's not a bad idea to like go back and rewatch it. You got a week. Start pounding them out, alright? Get on it.
People have to work.
Take a week off. No problem.
Okay.
It's worth it. 7 seasons in 7 days. That's what I'm saying.
I'll just go over to your house while you're at work and watch it.
Yep, sounds good.
We'll come home, I'll be like, Virgil will come home, I'll be lounged out on your sofa.
Yeah, just like, hey Virgil. 10 hours straight of fucking Game of Thrones.
I used this bottle to pee out of so I didn't have to leave the sofa.
Valar Morghulis.
I'm not saying that.
You would say Valar Dohaeris.
Oh god,
that's the response.
I don't think even Doctor Who I'm that geeked out over. John in the back of your background. I'm dying.
He likes it.
Oh yeah,
as much as I do, I think.
Almost as much. I don't think quite as much.
All right, no, I'm the weirdest one in this friend group.
His big geek out thing is Battlestar Galactica.
Ah, yep.
So
which I still haven't actually seen all of.
Series. Don't really shouldn't talk about it in Ronda.
Okay, all right.
I mean, he's not in the room, but I'm like, he might hear.
Come in here and ruin our video.
Yeah. And he's got like all of them, I think, on DVD or something.
Ooh.
Okay.
Shaking everything.
She's broken so many of my chairs.
Actually, that is a Game of Thrones related joke. I am the breaker of chairs, mother of dragons, breaker of mother of kitties, mother of Alex, breaker of chairs. I have a whole thing. I forgot what it was, but breaker of chairs is the point.
Oh my god.
All right, so how does it, I don't even know how this works.
If there was an Iron Throne, you'd break it.
I know. That's well, I did.
Yeah, she did. I'm pretty sure it was KK.
I mean,
her fat butt sat on it.
It just like was like cat. In a box. She's very fat. I mean, it was just in my like Christmas box, you know, like kind of loose. So it's not surprising. Like, it's fine. Breaker of chairs.
You definitely break that cardboard one in the Urban Decay thing.
Yeah.
That would just get it flattened.
Just
that KK would sit on
definitely
it. Like,
and flatten it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so the whole point of this was to do a Game of Thrones tag. So this is the Game of Thrones tag that I found on YouTube. So we have how many questions? 10 questions, so not too many.
Okay. So, but
depending on how long Wendy talks, this could be a long or short video. I don't know. Number 1, how did you discover the series or books?
Oh, this is a good story because I have a friend named Ryan who I went to middle and high school with, and way back then, because the book series started in the 90s. Yeah. Way back then, he told me I should read it, you know, because he thought I'd like it. So, you know, he and I talked and, you know, kept in touch for a long time. We're still friends on Facebook, etc., etc. I eventually found out that the show was going to happen, and I was like, well, maybe I should go ahead and finally read these books. You know, I've been thinking about doing it forever and haven't. And I did that with Lord of the Rings, too. I was like, when the Lord of the Rings movies came out, I was like, all right, I still haven't read this. I need to do that before I go see the movie. So I just started reading them, and I think I was through the 5th book was released while I was reading the first 4, and I finished it I think somewhere in the middle of season 1, and I wound up reading them over again. But the funny thing is, my friend Ryan is over it. Like, he's never watched the show. He doesn't want to because he doesn't want to be spoiled, because he wants to, because the books aren't finished. There's at least 2 more that are supposed to come out.
Oh, I thought it was just 1 more.
I think it's 2 actually. And so he refused to watch the show until the books came out, which, you know, who knows? Like, nobody knows.
I get a feeling they'll come out pretty quickly after the series is over. I think it's just...
That's my optimistic thought on it, is that they just didn't want it to be released before the show was ended. So they might be like ready or close to ready. I'm hoping.
I think that George R.R. Martin has them like sitting in his house,
right?
You know.
Yeah, and he's just waiting.
He's just waiting.
Probably like HBO is just like, you can't release
when the hype is over, and then he'll re-hype.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? He'll be like a year later, boom!
Oh yeah,
the books are out. Ooh.
You missed this, don't you? Here, have some more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
That right? I mean, it makes sense. That's my thought on it. So anyway, once I became entirely obsessed with both the books and the show, I basically, like, every so often I'll tag Ryan and be like, you know, this is all your fault. And he's just like, this shit is dead to me. Dead! Because he's just waiting for the damn books and won't watch the show, and he's just like, ah!
Okay. For me, John had mentioned the books to me a few times, like when we were like first together or something, but I, like many things that John talks about, I don't pay attention. But then, actually while we were broken up and stuff, I was seeing somebody else. We won't even mention his name. And he was all like, oh, we gotta watch the show. I was kind of talking like him. That's really how he sounded. I gotta watch the show. We gotta do this. So, it's terrible. Yeah, and I watched it, and I was kind of honestly the first time I watched the first episode, I was just like, eh, and I wasn't that into it, and then I went back to it later, after, and was like, oh no, this is actually pretty good, and then I started getting into it, but I didn't fully like envelop myself until I was hanging out with Wendy a lot, because you kind of have to. You don't have much of a choice.
Force it on people.
So, however, I have tried to read the books, and I just don't like his writing style. I know a lot of people are like, but you have to. And I'm like, I just don't. He's so detailed and so long. Like, he's so long-winded. I can't even imagine what a conversation would be like with him. I'd be like, shut up. I'm just not into long-winded books, because I feel like I lose the imagination part. Like, it takes away from my imagination. I want to be able to come up with my own crap in the background. I don't need to know about how many hens there were on the table and how golden they were, or how juicy and
it's true.
What herbs were stuffed in them.
That's true.
I want to think about that myself.
That's fair.
So that's just who I am. The only person I think the only author that's come close to getting away with that with me is Anne Rice, and she's not nearly as detailed as George R.R. Martin.
That's fair.
So, yeah. And I can't stand Stephen King either. All the popular authors, I'm like, yeah, I'm just not into them that much. But yeah, so yeah, there's that. Second question: who is your all-time favorite character?
I mean, Tyrion. But it's really hard to pick, though, too. Like, I really have a lot of favorite characters. I actually really love Cersei, even though she's a wicked bitch. Like, literally wicked, not just New England wicked. And I love Oberyn. And I really love, Bronn and Pod. I mean, there's so many good characters that I really enjoy. The Hound, Arya,
You said New England wicked, and all I can think in my head is wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
They're wicked smart.
Pack the car.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Tyrion was, like, my jam for definitely the first 4 or 5 seasons. I mean, like, the whole time, really. He's just so fun. And he's also one of my favorites from the books, too, so, yeah.
I'm gonna, like, say female and male, because my actual favorite female character is actually not Daenerys.
Yeah,
surprisingly.
Really like Daenerys either.
Yeah, but I did it first.
Mm-hmm.
At first I was totally, and I still do like her a lot, but my favorite's actually Queen Marjorie.
She's rad. I like her.
I love that bitch. Like,
and the Queen
I was
of
so
Thorns.
mad when she died.
I know.
I'm getting spoilers. Well, if you haven't seen that yet,
then
Jesus
you shouldn't
Christ.
be watching this. Yeah.
Yeah, like, what the? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, still watch this, but, ooh,
But
I gave you
spoiler alert.
a little spoiler.
A spoiler from, like, last season.
Yeah. Was it last season or the season before?
Might have been end of 6.
I'm sorry, Jarvis was letting me know I had a message.
Yeah, I think might have been end of 6 or No, it's like very beginning of 7, I think. Because there's that very long intro in the first, and that leads up to the explosion.
Somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's first season, or first episode of season 7.
Yeah, she was my favorite. I really liked her. I thought she was smart.
Yeah, really.
And kind, but she used kindness to, like, get what she wanted at the same time.
Which is better than what some other people are like in the show. So.
Yeah, she's way better than most people. But yeah, at the same time, she was ambitious.
Yeah.
My favorite male character is Jon Snow. I know it's super lame.
Jon and Dany are like my 2 least favorite, to be honest. Like, I don't, and I didn't like them in the books either. Yeah,
because I like men that brood.
Brooding
men.
Yeah.
Brooding men, like, I'm so sad. Life is so horrible.
Yeah.
Please love me. I'm good in bed, really. I'm handsome and I'm good in bed.
I mean, I certainly wouldn't kick him out of bed. I'll say that much.
We already went over that the other day.
We already went over that.
It was pretty much not many people she would kick out of her bed.
It's true.
Old men, that's about
Pretty much. I'd even do an old lady. Like, I was like, the Queen of Thorns, dude. She's rad, and she was hot as fuck when she was young, dude. Yeah, I'd give her a whirl. Why not?
Yeah. So, there's that. Sorry, I'm starting to cry.
This is what I do to her.
Number 3. Who is your favorite side character?
Well, I've kind of already gone through some, but I mean, Braun, the Hound. I love the whole Hound Arya, like, you know, buddy cop thing that they do. It's so good. I'm sort of drawing a blank because I already kind of said a bunch.
Marjorie
anyway.
kind of was a side character.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
And that was like one of my favorites. I like that guy. I can't think of his name right now. The faces guy.
The faceless men guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Jack and Hagar.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, I like him too.
A girl is blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Once again, I like brooding men.
Yeah, he's kind of broody as well.
I'd probably do him.
Too,
I'd do him too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be like, a girl wants to fuck. I said a bad word.
It's my influence. Sorry, guys.
Nah,
bad influence.
Trust me. There are people that watch me that will not care. There are some people that might be a little like, ooh, but I don't think too much. Number 4. If you could magically resurrect a character by sacrificing another character, who would you sacrifice and who would you bring back? Wow, that's a messed up question. That's a good question.
Well, I think I would bring back Oberyn.
I knew that was
because I love him so much. But who would I sacrifice? John or Danny? Fuck him. Bring back, I don't know. We'll even say we'll do male from male. We'll get rid of John. Danny can hang out with Oberyn. That's hot. Oh, I'd watch that.
Could kill off my people.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably bring back Marjorie, and I would sacrifice. Who would I sacrifice? Certainly not John or Danny, and not Tyrion. Don't worry. Cersei.
Yeah.
I don't really. I like her.
Anyway.
I actually understand her way more than I want to.
Yeah, I know. That's my.
Like I sort of get her. I understand why she's so messed up. So it's like her life has really been kind of crappy, and she's been, even though she's been like royalty. I mean, a female. Wasn't treated.
She didn't have any
well.
kind of agency over her life, and
she
really
had no power.
Yeah.
And like her husband was a buffoon, really. And
well, and she always felt like her father didn't put enough trust and effort into her because
she was a girl.
Focused, because she was a girl and he was focused on Jaime and whatever. So
in a way, even Tyrion got more attention than her.
Yeah, and negative, but yes.
So.
I agree. I love Cersei, actually.
I get her, but I would sacrifice her because she's
probably gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly,
she should die.
That's part of the prophecy. One of her brothers has to kill her. It says younger brother, but so that makes you think Tyrion. But I think it's gonna be Jaime. I'm guessing he was born second. They're twins, but he could have been born second.
Yeah,
so he could still be a little brother technically.
He probably was.
So that's my guess.
Okay. Number 5. You're a person of the Night's Watch. Who would you break your oath of chastity for?
In the show? Is that what it means by that? Or just anyone? I don't know.
I think in the show.
Okay. Oberyn again. I'm sorry. He's just been my bae this whole time.
Well, I think I already said I would.
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow. So.
Yeah.
That question was kind of lame because it kind of Number 6, dragon or direwolf? Which would you rather have by your side?
Ooh, that's a toughie, but I gotta go with dragon.
Yeah,
they breathe fire and they fly. I'm sorry, like wolves are cool and all, but can it breathe fire and fly? No, a dragon can. Thank you.
And dragons are big, and you can just
can lay waste to armies and burn cities to the ground.
Can. Burn Trump Tower. Okay. Number 7. Which character would you most like to portray on television?
It's tough. I don't know. You got one? You want to go first on this one? I don't have. I gotta think on that one for a minute.
If I was going to portray one of them, I had to take their job.
Queen of Thorns. She'd be fun to play. She's so spicy.
She would be fun to play.
Yeah.
But actually, I think I'd love to play Cersei.
She'd be fun to play too. Totally. Yeah.
Because I like playing evil villain people.
Yeah, they're more fun.
So yeah.
And she's not. Queen of Thorns isn't really like an evil, but she's like sassy.
Ooh,
you know?
or the witch. The
one that Cersei goes to.
No.
Oh, the Melisandre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of her name.
Also, I can't think. Olenna. I haven't. I've been calling her Queen of Thorns because I couldn't think of her friggin' name. It's Olenna, Lady Olenna.
The old lady.
Yeah.
How many old ladies are there?
Not a ton. It's true.
Well, Melisandre technically.
Technically is, yeah. Turns out.
You just don't look at it. Okay. 8. What is your favorite moment of the books or series?
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
My favorite from the books was always when Dany visits the House of the Undying, which was like okay in the show. They didn't really do it justice, but it was also like a really difficult scene to do. Like there's just, but I love in the books, she ends up in this room and there's like a table of the weird warlock people, and they're like just sitting there frozen in time, and there's like a giant blue beating heart in the air, and everything's pulsating and like hypnotic, and also before that she's going down these corridors with all these doors, and that's what we see in the show is like the different vignettes that she sees. There's more of them in the book if I recall correctly, but she opens these doors and sees them, and then she ends up in that final room with the warlocks. So I really like that. It's like written really well in the books. It's really descriptive. I really like that. I can't even begin to pick a scene from the shows that's my favorite. God, there's so many good ones. I love that, actually, that first scene from season 7 that we were just talking about that ends with the explosion of the Sept of Baelor is just an amazing piece, and I love the music in that piece. Like that's like a 20-minute like intro of them just like getting ready to go to Cersei's trial and blah blah blah, and it's got that like that music. I don't know. I love that whole piece. I love that music. I love that scene. She's got that awesome black outfit with the epaulette things, and yeah. So I'm just gonna do that one right off the top of my head.
I think there's a lot of stuff. I mean, thinking of exact scenes is kind of hard for me to think of like what would be the exact scene, but I do really like the scene between like when Jon Snow like stands up against Ramsay's army.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like, even though he's not alone, it just shows him like standing
with his sword,
there,
like
like he's gonna do it by himself.
Yeah.
I like that.
That is an amazing battle scene too. The Battle of the Bastards is like, oh, yeah. And the other one I just thought of was and then I'll stop. But ooh, wait a minute, it flew out of my head.
Like a dragon.
Yeah. So the other scene I wanted that always gets me and it makes me cry every single freaking time is when Catelyn is talking to what's her face? I can't remember her name, but she's the one that marries Robb and they both get killed at the wedding. But there's this whole scene where Catelyn is talking about how she just like couldn't love Jon Snow, and that's why everything is terrible for her family, and like I get welled up every single time. I get chills during that scene. So,
really?
Yeah.
I kind of thought she was a bitch. But
Catelyn?
She is.
I mean, she is to Jon, but
yeah, which makes me like really. I don't know. I don't think I could ever be like that to a kid.
I think it's not so much her or what she did, but like her feelings about it that are very complicated, and the actress portrays them so well in that moment. It just like gets me all.
I kind of like it when
Mom
she died.
Feels.
It's a great scene.
Yeah.
She's just.
I mean, the Red Wedding is amazing.
Oh yeah, like she just her mouth like wide open.
I knew that was I knew the Red Wedding was coming because I had read the books and I was waiting for it. I was like waiting, and then I was like, oh, the internet exploded.
Yeah, I love
Everybody
watching.
was like, what?
I love watching the YouTube videos of all the different people reacting.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
that's
so good. Like bars full of people just like freaking out.
Yeah.
I love it.
People like screaming.
Yeah.
It's like people who play video games when they get mad. It was just like throwing themselves on the ground. It was like, wow.
Yep. I'm into it.
9. Who do you think deserves to sit on the Iron Throne by the end of the series?
This is a tough one because I've seen this question around. I've seen people do threads about this. Everybody's always talking about it, and like I don't know that I have a good answer to that. I don't know. I mean, it would be cool to, I don't know, Tyrion, I guess. Like, he's awesome. I don't know.
I mean, there's a question, like, it says who deserves, and it's like, who deserves and who could actually do it, I think, are, like, completely different
questions. Yeah, different answers.
Yeah, like, I mean...
Well, and also, like...
Just a cat.
Kitty noises. Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe nobody deserves to sit on the Iron Throne. I don't know. Maybe the Iron Throne should get torn down, and either everybody's dead and the White Walkers win, or, I don't know, they start some new, better thing. I don't know. Iron Throne is bullshit. Bougie bullshit.
I think the least evil people on the show are Jon Snow and Tyrion. Mm-hmm. I think, although Tyrion did kill his father in cold blood.
And his girlfriend.
Yeah, and his girlfriend.
But they're pretty awful people, to be fair. So.
Yeah. But I don't think Jon Snow's ever, like, killed somebody that wasn't in a battle.
Yeah, that's true.
Which says a lot about
but Jon could be on the throne and then Tyrion could be his hand, because he's really good at that, so.
Yeah. I think Jon probably deserves it, but I don't think he wants it.
Right.
I don't think it's his bag.
Yeah, 'cause he takes after Ned too much.
Yeah, he's just not into it. But Ned probably deserved it more.
Right.
Too. It's the person that doesn't want it that deserves it.
I know.
Because they can actually do it.
They would be good at it.
Yeah.
And they would be nice and
They would have compassion and not be so conniving. Although in another way, maybe that doesn't make them so good if they're not conniving.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
you know.
it's kind of the problem with power is like you have to be kind of a douchebag to want it and keep it.
Yeah, so.
And or keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either you have to be like a nice person that has douchebags surrounding them.
Yeah.
Or be a douchebag.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying just tear it down.
That won't work. The world doesn't work
Melt
that
it.
way.
Melt it with Dragonfire.
Somebody's got to be in charge.
I know, but maybe start a parliament or some shit. God damn it.
Form a parliament.
Yeah. No more monarchies. We're throwing out all of the no more kings. That's a song.
Instead of Game of Thrones, it's Circle of Thrones.
Circle of Thrones. Okay, you have to have the conch shell if you're going to speak.
Yes.
The talking stick.
Talking sword.
Talking sword, yeah.
Except
it's one sword left after they've melted the
It's a
throne
dull
down.
sword, so that no one can cause too much trouble with it.
Yeah.
I know.
It's good. I like that.
Okay. I didn't even really answer that question, but I don't really like it. Well, I sort of did. I said Jon probably deserves it. So the last question, what do you mean looking forward? What are you most? What does he mean? What are you most looking forward to in the upcoming book or season?
Oh God, everything. Just the end. I mean, really, as much as I hate, as much as I don't want it to end, like, I mean, this is 8 years or something of almost 9 years now of my life. Like, it's almost a decade of like following this shit religiously. You know, I'm just ready. I'm ready to see what the hell happens, and hopefully it won't let me down. You know, I'm really looking forward to big. You know, there's going to be a huge battle. In fact, I listened to something recently about it, about just an enormous. You know, and it was grueling for the actors too, actually. It was like all night shooting and like just grueling. So of course I'm really looking forward to that. I'm just looking forward to it all. What can I say?
I think I'm really looking forward to the dragons, like, because one of them is no longer.
Oh,
spoiler, can't say anything else.
I know.
So, but I'm looking forward to what's going to happen with the dragons. I'm very like,
yeah, that'll be really fun,
happen
and scary,
and looking forward to see who ends up on the throne, or if anybody ends up on the throne. Or,
yeah.
you know, looking forward to seeing Cersei's death.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna happen, dude. Yeah, she's gotta die.
That's very exciting for me. I know who's gonna end up on the throne. Sam. Sam's gonna end up on the throne. Actually, I just read your article the other day that said that Robin was gonna end up on the throne.
Oh. No.
It said it's been several years.
Please,
he's
God.
grown up now. It's had this whole It seriously had this whole thing about how he's grown into a better person. Because he's been getting trained for like years by better people that like, you know.
No, it's too late for him, man. No way.
And everybody else dies and he kind of just shows up and is like, hey, what's up? Takes over the throne. He's like, I'm all that's left.
No.
What? A breastfeeding boy? Yes.
Look,
gotta be one
he's
of the
too much. He was too old by the time they got to him and started training him. Like, he's spoiled. He's done. He's gonna be that shitty little shit forever. And no, he does not get to be on the throne. Thank you very much. Well, they will riot.
Well, look at Theon.
What about him? Oh, wait, yeah,
he started out as a really shitty person.
Well, he had to get his dick cut off to fix that, so...
we don't know what would have happened if his dick had stayed on. I mean, it could be many reasons that he became a better person. I think he was already kind of starting to become a better person because he was like, whoa. He was kind of like, I've been going too far.
Yeah, he did regret stuff a little bit, but, you know, I think that's, But here's the thing is that he was... raised by Ned.
Yeah.
You know, Robin's been raised by fucking Littlefinger. I mean, well, the other guys who were out there, okay, I guess, but like,
Yeah, because Littlefinger didn't come along till he was older, too.
Yeah.
So, his mom's the one that spoiled him.
I know, but...
I mean, he had other people. I mean, his father must have been around sometimes. I know he was the hand, but he, you know, he must have been around sometimes to be like, hey, be a good kid. She just hates
Not having it.
I hope it happens just to piss you off.
Oh,
That's what kind of friend I am.
It's true. She bought me a Game of Thrones puzzle that pissed me off. It was the hardest 3D puzzle, the hardest puzzle I've ever done.
How many pieces?
It was a 1,000-piece puzzle, but it also had like a foam overlay to the map. And it had a foam overlay and then like little castles you could stick in it. Yeah. But the puzzle itself was a nightmare. Oh.
It's basically the map.
And it's, I mean, first of all, the colors are terrible. Like, it's just all basically green and black with a little bit of white. That's the easiest part to put together. But also the way the pieces are cut. They, like, some of them fit together that aren't supposed to. I ended up with 4 holes at the end and 4 pieces, and they didn't fit together. And I was like, what the actual fuck?
The idea is to get your friends things that they'll be super excited about, but will drive them insane.
Yeah, and that did it.
That's the kind of person I am.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I love you. I love you so much. Oh.
Are we about done?
Are we about done?
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Unless we want to talk about anything else. I don't know. Any other questions or anything.
I think the questions kind of covered it. That was all the questions.
Yeah.
And where are we eating at your party?
I haven't figured that out yet. I haven't picked.
You've got to wait.
I know. It'll be fine. I'm an ADD procrastinator. I'll get it together. Don't worry. It'll be at the last minute. I will panic and I'll be sad.
Why isn't Virgil handling this?
Well, because this is my gig. His gig is Thanksgiving.
But he should take care of the menu.
I know.
You should take care of the menu at all of it.
I know. No. I've done. I mean, in the past, I've done. Did lamb and I did soup. I did bowls of brown, actually. That was pretty, and it was really good, actually. Let's see, I've done the honeyed locusts. I've done a couple different, Virgil is making lemon cake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's making like a polenta lemon cake.
Cool.
So there's going to be that at least. And then I think there's some oat cakes or something coming from someone else, too. So,
oat cakes?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Oat cakes.
Oat cakes.
Sounds like something that guinea pig would eat.
Oat cakes. Yeah, so I'll probably have some kind of main dish. I had chicken one year, like done in a specific medieval-y way. Yeah, I'll figure something out. There's plenty of recipes in there, and they're all really tasty. Everything I've done from that book has been mwah.
Should have asparagus and be like, these are little torch frames.
Little what?
Torches.
Torches?
Asparagus is torches. With little bacon handles.
No, and then I can make little like doughy people out of like medieval dough bread stuff, and they can hold them. And
It's so ambitious.
yeah, no, it's not happening. Oh, I made dragon eggs, which are just deviled eggs, but they had, you know, you crackle them and then you dye them, and then they have like a cool spidery kind of thing. Yeah, did that one year.
I've made those before. Those are neat.
Yep.
So, deviled eggs are always a good choice.
Indeed.
People always like deviled eggs, unless they're vegan.
Well, you know.
Honestly, if you're vegan or even vegetarian, you probably don't want to eat a medieval type meal.
It's true.
There really isn't anything. Yeah, there isn't much involved in it that doesn't have meat in it.
Or like, you know, yeah.
Yeah, because that's pretty much what they ate.
Yep. Paleo kind of shit. I don't know.
They used to think a lot of vegetables and fruits were poisonous.
And I'll also and I'll also have like drinks and stuff. There's some medieval Game of Thronesy drinks in there.
And there's always wine.
Mulled wine. I've made mulled wine a number of times, and it's very good. Mulled
wine is delicious. Anything mulled is good. Like some wassail.
I don't know. Are we done?
Are we done yet? Are we done? Okay. Thanks for watching. Please share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know, hit buttons, do things, and it does help me out. And you know, always remember to be kind, even when you know you're trying to get the Game of Thrones, I guess. Although it probably isn't their best option. Goodbye, kitty cats. I'll edit all this out. Where is the Now I'm just see what you started. See, look at your stuff on here. Oh, what are you doing?
I'm gonna show off my shirt too. Wearing a Game of Thrones shirt.
Yes.
Good God.